Obviously, for us to send back Thomas was something that we felt we needed to do at this point in time. With Thomas, we felt that he learned a lot here, but obviously as a 19-year-old defenseman, you need to play. This was a month where I think Thomas grew a lot as a person and as a hockey player. For him to be around the Ottawa Senators, how we do things, was definitely something that can only be valuable experience moving forward in his progress to make the team.
Are you looking forward to him then playing World Junior and what it can do?
Oh yeah, the World Junior is the best tournament that I see every year. It's kids, there's mistakes, it's high intensity, it's, I can't say enough good things. Even as a general manager, I'm not missing the World Junior. It's so much fun to see the passion, how the people, especially when it's in Canada, how the people get behind it, and it can only prepare them for the rigors of the NHL.
You guys said that you couldn't take one of your D out because they were playing so well, but did you not owe it to Thomas to give him more ice time at some point to find him some spot in the lineup?
No, it's all about the 2 points and making sure we dress the best lineup to get the 2 points. We're not a development league here. I think the way that a lot of our defensemen have stepped up this year and how they've played, how they've adjusted to the new system, we owed it to them more to keep him in the lineup than to put Thomas in. But at the same time, Thomas gained so much valuable experience here that it was the right thing to do, because there's a very good chance that Thomas will be challenging for a spot next year.
Do you need a 7th D?
At this point in time, we're not going to call up anyone. Unless there's an injury for the next little while, we're going to stick with 6. I'm a firm believer that you can't have guys sitting around, not playing. I know some teams like to carry 23 guys. That's not a direction we're really going to go. We're going to carry, right now we're at 20 bodies. Or 21 with the 3 goalies, and it's what we're looking to do. And Binghamton's close. If we go on an extended trip, and that's one of the reasons we kept Thomas around, is for the road trip. If anyone got injured last minute or if anyone got hurt, he could just step in and there wouldn't be any issues. But at this point in time, we're not going to call anyone up.
Was that game against Arizona kind of his death knell, really? There was a lot of talk about trying 7 defensemen at the start of the year. It didn't really happen much, especially after that game where he turned the puck.
No, I don't think anyone passed away, Dan. I think it was not his death. I think it was a growing experience. Everyone goes through. I think anyone can say, whether it was me at my first press conference or the first time I made a deal, I wasn't perfect. I think when you asked the first time questions, you weren't perfect. So I think it's a growing experience. You see how he handled it extremely well. He was not phased. He made a mistake. It's not a big deal. We won the game, and at the end of the day, winning the game is the best thing. And I'd rather he make a mistake when it's 7-2 and he learns from it than he makes a mistake when it's 2-2 and it ends up hurting us. But no, this was definitely not his death.
How has he grown as a person and a player?
I think all kids think they work hard, and they might work hard in junior. But when you're on the ice with some of the best defensemen in the league, or maybe one of the best defensemen in the league, or some of the most intense forwards that practice at not 100%, 110%, well, you have to step up your game. And I think Thomas learned that because he's very smart and casual, and a lot of things come easy for him. So he learned that he had to push all the time. And this was one of the reasons that we decided to keep him, so he could realize, whether it's next year or 2 years from now when he's here, that he's always got to push, no matter how good you are. I think the best players in the league, when I go and watch Sidney Crosby or Connor McDavid practice, well, they push hard all the time. So I think for Thomas, it was really a great learning experience. And the one thing that was so beneficial is that he got better every practice. And that's where you get the most out of keeping him here for that amount of time.
The question was asked about Clark MacArthur. He is still a ways away?
I wouldn't say he's a ways away. He's away. I think with Clark, right now, the doctors are going to be the people that put the final stamp of approval for him to come back. He wants to come back. He's joining a bit the team in drills and stuff. He's going to start practicing with the team even on a more regular basis. He's still got to get into game shape. And the doctors will make Clark wants to come back. We want him to come back. We're going to do everything for him to come back. But at the end of the day, the doctors are going to be the people that put the final stamp of approval.
Do you know when you might have a baseline pace? the baseline test schedule?
No, nothing like that. First, we got to get him back into game shape, and then we'll go around to that.
Because he won't take contact before that. Probably not.
It always depends on the case and scenario, but with him, we're going to do everything to be precautious to make sure that when he's ready to play, that he's gone through everything.
Do you have an update on Mark Stone at all?
No, unfortunately, I don't. I'm going to find out hopefully in the next hour how he is, and I have a pretty good idea. I hope that he can play on Thursday.
Andrew Hammond, anything new with him that he's not on the ice? Is there any idea?
No. Again, I guess yesterday was a good day for him, so we'll just wait and see. We know he's at least away from a week from last Friday, so we know he won't be available until Saturday, and then that would be at the earliest if everything goes well, but I think he has to do a few practices before we take him off the IR.
If you did have to call somebody up for Stone tomorrow, would Curtis Lazar be a candidate to come up here?
Candidate. I'm going to talk to my good friend Randy Lee, and then Randy has seen Binghamton the most. He'll talk to Kurt and Steve, and from that point of view, we'll make a decision at that point in time.